Good day to you. Today we'll be talking about ADHD and social media. Look, overall, I think that social media is a pretty bad thing for ADHD, but I've also kind of discovered there's actually some maybe really good aspects about it. It's something that could potentially help you and I think find very useful for your life. The bad sides of social media, of course, with ADHD, sort of you take things personally, so comment sections are one to avoid. The addiction of the dopamine side, look, it can be something that severely demotivates you. It gives you that dopamine hit in the morning if you're looking at your phone, scrolling through all of the content, and then you end up doing nothing for the rest of the day because you already feel like you've wasted a large portion of the day. However, what I've found recently, actually, I'm trying to grow my channels from a vlog style of things, trying to offer advice on how to have a good life when you have ADHD or neurodivergence. I've actually found it's become a very, very useful tool for me. And one of the main ones is the actual vlogging itself. So I have many thoughts running through my head all the time. It's very hard to sort of decipher a lot of it. However, in making these videos and the content creation and then going through my thoughts and everything I've said again, I'm finding I'm actually understanding my mind better. I'm finding that it has been an incredibly useful tool for a bit of self-healing from a mental side of things. I seem to be understanding my mind better than I ever have before. And also, it's quite easy. When you have ADHD, you have a million thoughts and ideas, and if you're thinking about what sort of content you can create to help you grow, that's going to help other people, this is an incredible distraction. I think of 1,000 ideas all the time. In fact, I think of so many ideas, I don't have enough time to record and implement all of the ideas. So it's an amazing use of time. And now that my channel's getting a bit of growth, getting some viral videos, getting positive comments, overall it's actually incredibly rewarding. So this whole I hate social media thing is now gone. I think if you input into social media in an effort to grow and learn about yourself and give advice to others, I think this is actually pretty incredible, and now I'm finding it very, very useful. Whereas I think if you're taking away from social media, like you're absorbing the content, you're sitting there doing nothing but watching videos and getting in arguments and comment sections and overall analysing everything people say, I then think social media is bad, particularly if you have ADHD. Incredibly distracting and addictive. And why do I feel like content creation and ADHD go hand in hand? Well, you need a lot of ideas all the time. Well, check, that one's easy. My mind is going 100 miles an hour all the time. You need to get a sort of reward out of it. Well, likes, comments, things going viral. This is pure satisfaction to ADHD. It's the rawest form of digital dopamine you can get. So that is the motivation, non-stop, every day, every hour. It's excellent. And I've accidentally found a bit of a hack here. Putting in my earbuds while I do all of this actually removes a lot of the external sounds and things that used to really irritate me, because with ADHD, and if you're doing recording, sounds and things like that are annoying enough, never mind you thinking about the audio of a video. So that used to really bug me, the amount of stopped recordings, but it's normal background sound. Just when I'm thinking about the audio of a recording, I was getting really irritated. So yeah, just to fully break it down, using social media for entertainment, especially early in the morning, very, very bad for ADHD. However, content creation could potentially be a very good thing. Helps you understand your life a little bit. It gives you something to do, and it's got sort of instant reward. And if things don't go well with some of your content creation, you get to just try again. Really easy. You can do it in your own time. You can feel comfortable with a routine that suits you. And I feel like doing all these recordings are really useful as well, because I always found it really difficult to sort of just do a thing like walking or sitting on a beach. I would always feel like I needed to do a thing while I'm sort of doing a relaxing thing. I found it very difficult to sort of relax and be in the moment. That's why I loved photography. Like, I would go out and walk, I would take pictures with my drone or my camera. You know, you would go and explore somewhere, but then you would have another thing to sort of do within that. I feel like that's the way ADHD always sort of worked for me. And when you do have ADHD, sitting sort of in your own thoughts, sitting still and having nothing to do and just being there with your mind wandering can be one of the most torturous things ever. So this has been great. I can walk about and think about video ideas, think about the type of content I want to make, even record the content while I'm walking about. I'm looking at things I can prop the camera on. And it's been such a good sort of way to occupy my mind, a way to keep my mind busy. Because ADHD is not about you've got a lazy mind and you don't want to do anything. It's just more you're kind of wanting, and you do think about things all of the time, non-stop. And if you've got something that can occupy a lot of that, and it's things that you can construct from it, and then you get the growth of a channel, the growth of your medias, this is really working out for me at the moment. And like I said, it's really opening up and freeing my mind. I feel like I'm understanding my mind more than ever. And it's because I'm sharing sharing my mind with other people. And to do that, I need to first unload on myself. That sounds a bit dodgy, but you know what I mean.